Danielle grew up in Vienna, in Virginia. And she tells us, when I was around 7, I was at a friend's house, and her father had made us breakfast. When we were all eating together, her father excused himself from the table and said, "I'm going to the bathroom." I looked up from my cinnamon roll and said, "I'll call the post." She's a 7-year-old child throwing shade at a grown man. It's hilarious. How dare you? So with that, we got this. We got this. So with that, I want you guys all the way from Vienna, Virginia, all the way from a somewhat snooty, very confident young woman, I'd like you to welcome Danielle up here to read us some wonderful poems.
I'm not sure that story represents growth, because I think I said something like that yesterday. All right, didn't think about that happening. The excerpt is actually from my first poem, so you'll probably recognize it when you hear it. I did grow up in Virginia, and that means that I heard a lot about the Civil War, as you might expect. So I have a little bit of a fascination with the love letters from the Civil War. So the first poem is aptly titled, Love Letters of the Civil War. I expect desperation, but hers are troublingly ordinary. Lists of minor illnesses, must sign off, will write again soon, as if I had written it to you last week before I went to the bank. Luli's only dramatic flourish is the frequent invocation of God, the Lord, rather, always distinct in my mind. You and I were not raised on that Southern Protestant Lord. Luli wears him in a locket, and I hold your picture as close. Back of a station wagon in a Walmart parking lot just south of Ohio, curled around your instrument case, reading brown pages in borrowed light. This is the melodrama that loneliness creates. Me sending you off to war when you are only a few hours of train clatter away, one transportation not made less noisy by the passage of decades. This is the melodrama that distance creates. I am making a war to keep us apart. The train clatter outside my window keeps me in mind of historic romance and the moment just after departure. My next missive will tell you that I have started a new book and that the wind has brought on early winter. And I will only say here that I bring you up to strangers so that my mouth will move with your name, like a river trying to taste beyond its banks. 8 minutes. The hospital throws a gown into your chest like a football jersey, so you will be a part of something in your loneliness. My hands worry the steering wheel until dead skin and plastic pill against my palms. Backup singers toil in the obscurity of my speakers. How lovely and full the echo of your thoughts must sound in another voice. If your kidneys stop working, they will become ornaments for your liver, a lady who has not dropped an earring. Your heart believes that beauty is cursed. Perfect rhythm anticipates failure. Somewhere, color is an expression of fear, and light is new, not 8 minutes old, because the stars are strung around your ribs. I don't have a name for this, but Don has us reading a lot of Frank O'Hara lately, and he has a lot of things that are called poem. So this is called Poem. The story of quiet will pass between you and I, of the way I am conscious of my clothing where the neck dips past my collarbone. I will write your dreams, not where you raise a trio of red-headed children, where the whale swallows you, and your drafting table, where you finish a thank you note just before your teeth turn to thorns ground white. When I tell it from the beginning, it doesn't make sense. Across land bridges, across centuries, across long vowels, before the marriage of the thing to its sound, the deep sea, the tangled sheet, the red of love-roughed lips. I shake the map, the roads resettle. The colors go new, the trees' lemons and leaves each show green. We will eat strawberries off a single paper plate in our orange afternoon kitchen, naked because the air conditioner has broken, naked because it has not. How soon? The men on either side of me wear wooden beads around their wrists, are worrying them like rosaries, like rabbit's feet for luck against the plane going down. It makes them look so young, and I think of your wrists and your watches, each more perfect than the last in its keeping of time from moving the way I would like it to. Swiss time is a circle, hands together and then farther apart at least half of the year. I always expect to disembark a plane in the same city where I got on, which is to say I can accept suffering for its own sake, which is to say I grew up Catholic. They were beautiful watches, every new twist and braid of silver, like you were trying to wear everything elegant at least once. The fortune teller checks your shoes and your wrists to see if you will be coming into money. I hate to see dreamers so invested in how much and how soon. All right, one more. This is called time and expense because I worked at PricewaterhouseCoopers for a while, processing time and expense. And it was a terrifically boring job where I was taunted by the travel receipts of the higher ups in the company. So I knew nothing about those places, but I imagined going there a lot. Time and expense. Peter Thornton has gone to Uganda, gone and come back and brought me receipts. Piano, the name of a bar where the cocktails are sweet and cold for spring. A walking tour of Kampala, and the hill's face prickles, crest and foot waiting for new sandals bright forward. At Lakeshore, purple water hyacinth chokes the ferry, crossing Lake Victoria. Their breath mingles, swims dark. Peter Thornton has gone to Uganda, gone and come back and brought me receipts. In Virginia, it is snowing. The Jeep's engine fights me when I turn the key, when I climb the hill home. My left turns are timid. I return library books too slowly. I make too much coffee. I left the cat out last night, but she is not my cat. Peter stands before an arm of the Nile, water trimmed softly white. From a green bank, the river imagines a bridge. Thank you.